When you've got two athletes that are of a similar level, so we're talking physical skill now, the thing that makes all the difference, you know, that fine line between winning and losing, all comes down to mental skills. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can develop your mental edge, no matter what it is that you're competing in. I also have somebody very cool in this video. His name is JJ, aka KSI, and you should know him by now because he is our UK's biggest YouTuber. I've been at his house working with him in performance and mindset coaching in preparation for his fight with Logan Paul on the 25th of August. If you like the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, tick the bell so that you get notifications. I hope you like the video, guys. Let's get into it. So be sure to watch right through to the end, where JJ is going to be giving some amazing tips to anybody out there that's wanting to get into boxing. And also, do not forget that your mind can be your absolute greatest ally. Or alternatively, if it's working against you, it's going to be your worst enemy. You know how your brain works? Every time you do something, your brain will fire off the exact same brain cells to do that movement. So say to do that movement, you'll have a particular pattern that will go off in your brain to fire that off. Now if you do that movement like that, it will be a different pattern. If you kind of get it wrong and you keep practicing wrong, then the pattern, it's like you're like a path on a bike. If you keep going down the same path on a bike, the path gets deeper and deeper. That's what happens in your brain. Every time you fire something off, that movement, that's how you'll learn something good. But if you're learning or practicing not as good as you can be, then you're going to keep strengthening the pathway to not do it as good as you can be. So from this point on, every time you get in, you know, you're sparring or you're training, it's almost in your mind, you've got to practice every single one of those as best as you can, with the best technique, with the best power, with all that intention, because then you are literally wiring into your brain that power, that speed, that intention, and it will get massively better.
When you were getting up to about a 48, I felt you could instantly tell it's like you can hear it and it's loud and you can snap. You can tell that last one that you did, that was powerful.
So there are many techniques that can help you with building the mental edge. One of them, which I hope if you are an athlete that you have heard of by now, is visualization. Now, I know if you've probably heard about it and you're busy, competing in anything sucks the life out of your time. You know, all of that effort goes into your training and your nutrition, etc, etc. But like we said earlier, I mean, there literally are studies that show when you have two groups of athletes, all of a similar level, you give one set mindset coaching, the mindset coaching people, these athletes will outdo the others over and over again. And it all comes down to, because then they have that mental edge. And, you know, depending on where your head is at, is really going to affect the way that you perform. In fact, there was a study done on Tiger Woods, the golfer, but on golfers. And what they showed is that when Tiger Woods played, all of the other golfers, they played at a far lower level to when I say far lower, significantly lower level than what they do when he's not there. And the reason for that is because when he's there, they see him as the greatest. They believe that they don't have the same belief. They don't believe they can win. If they don't believe they can win, they don't play to their best. So that's the same thing for you, no matter what it is that you're doing. If you don't believe you can win, you will not perform your winning performance. Whereas if you believe you can win, you will give your winning performance, which means you've obviously got a far greater chance of actually winning.
How do you feel after the mind coaching?
Yeah, no, really good, really good, really good, really good.
So, this whole visualization thing, The reason why it is so powerful, there is a few reasons actually. First of all, it really helps build that self-belief, and that is key. The more you keep showing your mind over and over again a visual, it's not just a visual that you see with your eyes closed and that's it. It's the most important thing here is that you connect your feelings, your emotions. You connect all of the senses. When you visualize, I call it experiential visualization. So you're going to go in an experience. You're going to experience what it is like to achieve that goal. And by doing that again and again, you're showing your mind over and over again. You are really building self-belief because your subconscious mind, it doesn't really know what's not real. So, you know, if you sit there and think of, I don't know, imagine something terrible happening, you will literally start to feel sad or angry or terrible in whatever way it is. Equally, if you think of something that could happen that's funny or happy or exciting, you get excited because your mind doesn't know the difference. It will react to what you show it in your mind. So you keep showing it over and over and over again, this winning performance, this goal of yours. Your mind starts to get excited. It floods your brain with happy, motivated chemicals. The happy chemicals that make you feel comfortable, that make you feel confident, the motivating chemicals that gets you up and gets you putting everything into your training. And you build that self-belief. Your subconscious mind starts to believe that it's possible. And like we said earlier, when you believe something is possible, you will go out there and you will give a winning performance because you believe you can win. So that's a very important thing. The other side to it is, as we all know, like, we are bombarded with information constantly. You know, if I listen now, I can hear a clock ticking in the background. I can hear the birds outside. I can actually hear my voice echo in this room, but I wasn't paying attention to any of that earlier. I didn't notice it because I'm paying attention to what I'm saying, looking at you, etc., etc. But if I suddenly go, I'm going to go and buy a blue Audi, I'll see blue Audis everywhere. If my sister's actually about to give birth, my sister's going to give birth, I'm starting to notice babies everywhere. Why? Well, our brain, so that we don't go crazy, it has a filter system. We can't notice everything because we would literally explode. So our brain's filter will filter through anything that it thinks is relevant to us. So it'll filter it through to our conscious mind. So we can take note of it and we can do what we will with it. Now, it decides what's relevant based upon our belief system. That's the main thing. And also what it sees as relevant to us at the time, hence the blue cars, the babies, etc. So if you continually show it this visualization, this experience, this winning, then your reticular activating system, this filter system in your brain, is going to start getting locked on to notice anything that supports this. So that helps you believe even further, which helps you build your self-belief even further, but it will also look out for anything that's relevant, like opportunities to make this come true. Opportunities for you to take things further, to make it happen. And it just starts to set everything up and running, and you'll start to feel more like doing what you need to do. You will start to notice the things that will help you get to where you want to get to. And obviously, that keep experiencing it over and over again starts to make it feel natural to you. Again, it's just building that self-belief and the feel-good chemicals and the motivating chemicals. So all together, it is a magnificent piece of mental technique that you need to be adding into your routine. Or so many, if not all of, the very top athletes in all the fields, whether it be football, whether it be golf, whether it be boxers, runners, bodybuilders, you name it, they are using this now. And they're using it because it truly works. So, get visualizing yourself, but make sure when you do, you must first of all get yourself into a state in your mind and away from everything else, because when you go there, you've got to go there fully. You've got to see the crowds. You've got to feel the warmth of the lights or the sun or whatever it is that you are. You've got to feel the adrenaline, but in that controlled, perfect manner that you want it. You've got to feel the emotions. You've got to feel like the pride, the excitement, the absolute elation of you winning. You've got to see everybody that you expect to be there. You've got to hear what they say. You've got to feel everything. And the more you connect all those senses, the more you feel it, the more your subconscious mind is going to go, yes, wow, this is amazing, let's do this. And the more you do it, the better it gets, and the faster you are able to get into it. But make sure that you just take a minute, bring yourself into mindfulness, notice how you're sat, notice the weight of your body in your chair or in your bed, whatever it is. Take a few moments to just deep breathe into your diaphragm, taking your stomach out, slowing everything down, relaxing, and then go into your visual and do it powerfully. This truly will have a magnificent effect on helping you to get that mental edge over everybody else. So give it a whirl, do it every single day, do it multiple times a day, even, you know, sometimes before training, before bed, fall asleep to yourself doing it. In the morning, the more you do it, the better it is. And it doesn't have to be hour-long meditations. It can be 2 minutes here and there. But just do it, do it, do it. Let me know how you get on. Drop me any questions that you have. And I look forward to getting back to you.
Well, a good mindset to have is to be focused. That's normally what I am. I am quite focused with like my training, muscle memory, repeating certain exercises, certain techniques to make sure it's on point on the final day. And what else? I mean, those are the main things. Obviously, when you fight in the ring, you need to make sure you're relaxed. That's how you can generate the most power and speed when you're relaxed rather than tense and stiff. And yeah, that's about it, really. Yeah.
Anything to say to Logan Paul?
He's finished. Yeah, but I think he already knows that. Yo! So today, you're gonna find out how we can punch and kick and a lot of other things. Oh! No, thank you. I think I go too flat.
So again, if you liked this video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, tick the ding bell so you get notifications of further videos. And thank you so much for your time, guys. It's been a pleasure.